Comes back inside with Krishna into Finkler. Finkler for Barbarousis. About bloody time. 1-0. Pops it over to Bonavacia. He will get there first. 2 bloody 0. Rue with a corner. Found answer at the front post, and that's 2-1. Got ball into Barbarousis. 3-1. Montgomery. Finds Rose. Such a soft goal. Almost threw it away, but a vital win. Bonavacia picks that one back up again. Barbarousis has put that one in. I'm not sure who that came in off, but we are 1-0 up. Ball falls to Christensen. McLaren's there to pick it. Rana with the second ball in. 2-1. Goes back inside to McKay. McLaren. Yeah, 3-1. Carrasco with a corner. Flicked on, back of the net. 1-0. Another corner from Carrasco. Oh my god. Keeper puts a hand on it, comes off the post. Keeper saves it off the post, and it's just ridiculous. Corner from McGlinchey. Rufus put it in. 3-1. Yeah. Just poor finishing, really. Volleys that in. Krishna controls it. 1-0. Back into Tratt. It's fallen to McGlinchey. 2-0. Nico. Nichols. 2-1. Out to Cornthwaite. Long range. Should have got the win. 4 clear-cut chances and only 2 goals. Finds a beanie. 1-0. Free kick from Boyish. Off the bar. Oh my god. Krishna's through. As a go from distance and puts it in. Beanie played Bobo through. Keeper needs to come out for it. 3-1. Finger with a free kick. Brilliant. 10 minutes to go. We can still get back into this. Boyish with a free kick. Almost a great save, but that'll be that. Ryle with the cross. 5-2. Hello and welcome back to Are We There Yet? Episode 5. The first season of our Rags to Riches journey. You can see at the bottom of the table on goal difference, if that counts for anything. That 5-2 defeat we suffered the last game against Sydney did not help anybody at all. It's been up and down. I've thrown a few friendlies in just to try and get something in. Those are the games we're winning, but nothing really seems to be working. I could probably try another team meeting. It's actually probably too soon since the last one. Apparently not. We'll try that again. I've actually made a couple of signings. Would you believe it? So, I brought this guy in initially, hoping he could be a new striker because he was nice and quick. Reasonably good passing. The mentals weren't great. He's only 21. I don't know what happened there. But I did manage to bring in this man just here, Salia Papula from Nigeria. So we didn't have any cover for Vince Leah at DM. It says Bonavacia can play it, but doesn't come up as one of his played positions. So he came in for Rodriguez. You may or may not remember Rodriguez was the Spanish centre mid that we barely ever used. So we let him go and we brought Papula in. I also brought Brandon Hamill in as basically, I'm hoping he'll be a first choice centre back because Durante just doesn't have the pace anymore. He's starting to drop off quite a bit, so he'll likely leave at the end of the year. Durante, that is, and Hamill's going to be his replacement. Had a couple of injuries, so he's been out on the right lately. We finally got our coaching badge. Hasn't done very much to the profile, but we finally got it. So some of our managing is a little bit better. Our knowledge is a little bit better. We're not getting the next one because the club is so far in debt now. It's not even funny anymore. And you see, this is a travel cost alone, 57k. And we've only made 100 grand. The majority of that is from being on telly, which is every league game, to be fair, but it just doesn't make up for the amount of money they spend heading overseas. But we're not going to mess around because this will be the second to last episode of this season, and then we'll be straight into a job hunt. Haven't been offered a contract, so there's been nothing to decline, but I'm also not going to take one when it does arrive. Had a funny a news article came through saying I'd had a steady start. I actually think it's been quite a shit start, but hey, that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. So Hamill will continue on the right because Fenton isn't quite back to full fitness yet. Smelts hasn't started a game in a long time because he's really struggling to find anything lately. Krishna's been pretty good up top. You see he's already matched Smelts for goals. Barbarouses has 5 as well. Form's been up and down, but Papula has come in and played really strongly. So I'm really, really happy about that. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to get into the game. We are playing the more attacking of the two tactics because we have to win this. There's no two ways about it. I'm not going to tell them to pick up where they left off. I expect to win because it's just been embarrassing from my standards, to be honest. We had some pretty good games early in the season, some more towards the middle of the season, but as it's gone on, the last maybe 10 games to go, it's all just disappearing, and I'm not at all happy with it. I've basically already packed my bag. My little hotel room. I mean, you may as well. I mean, if you were to look at it realistically, I lived in Auckland. I'd probably be in a hotel for home games. I mean, you could potentially move to Wellington, which is actually cheaper than Auckland. And we're on $2,000 a week. That's more than enough money to live and then still put some away to jettison overseas. So if you want to look at it like that, I feel it's justified. But I'm not sticking around. Just can't do another year here. Especially knowing that the Phoenix can't qualify for the Champions League and that sort of thing. It's just, we can go to the Club World Cup, most likely, and then win the A-League. It's not enough. I'm not really enjoying my time here either. McGlinchey, we've got a penalty. I don't know who's on penalty duties because Smelts hasn't. Who's that going to be? Finkler. I don't know what his penalty taking is like. Actually, I need to backtrack just a second. I have enjoyed my time here. There's been some good games where we've snuck in, played pretty well, got some victories maybe we shouldn't have. But ultimately, there's a team that just can't finish their chances. They need an out and out striker, as Finkler gives it to the keeper. Now you see my exact point. I know he's not a penalty taker, and I'm going to have a look. Finkler, penalty taking, 12. Composure, 12. Yeah. Sort of sums everything up. And the only way I'd get a proper... I mean, Krishna's done well up top. He has. McGlinchey's gone out wide. We've got plenty of space out there. Hamill's on the overlap as well. Barbarousa's going to bring it in. He's gone out for Hamill. He plays it in. Krishna's been it with his head, and it's 1-0. Roy Krishna, you bloody beauty. But see, this actually happens quite a lot. We go ahead. We're playing quite well, and out of the blue, we concede 3, 4, or 5 goals, as we did in the last game against Sydney. So the pressure is not off. Don't get complacent. We're not going to change nothing. Says Finkler's playing shit, but that's the penalty. Generally, he averages high 7s, maybe 8s. He's a pretty brilliant player, and he's 31. He's going to need replacing soon enough. That would open up an international spot, which we could use for a striker. I don't know. It's just, I could probably, if I stuck around, I could probably figure it out. McGlinchey's offside. It could have been 2 very early on. Yeah, I could figure it all out and probably put together something worthwhile, but this isn't what I thought it was going to be. It's been fun to try out a new league, But realistically, it's just too many restrictions. And our club is losing money. The manager the manager profile is not going to advance. I can't sign anyone. It's going to be free contracts only forever. It just feels a bit dead end, and I haven't made any subs because I've been too busy talking shit. So Finkler hasn't really picked it up, so we'll bring Rufer in, play his games every now and again. I'm also going to put Rogers. I still can't work out his name. Rogerson. Bonavanasia is looking nervous, so I'm going to tell them to concentrate. No, we'll encourage them, eh? And I'm going to drop this back. Standard. Oh, McGlinchey is hurt. So Krishna's going to have to go there, and Smelts will have to come on. What sort of injury are we looking at? A thigh injury. That's the third or fourth one of those. Oh, his is only a bruised thigh. It pulled hamstrings lately. It's been the flavour of the week. Or the month. Alright, we just need to hang on for a few more minutes. Please, no more highlights. Really need a win. I don't care if it's a crappy 1-0 win. Doyle to Papula. Back to Doyle. Still 5 minutes to go, so anything could happen. Looking for Smelts. Hasn't found him. But the ball will fall back to Papula. Out wide for Rogerson. See, Barbarousa's down the side, but Skins defenders always. Rogerson's not really... Well, he's done nothing. He's got taken out. Downfield, Durante picks it out. It's gone back over the top of him, and they're in on goal. What a wasted opportunity. They had two men forward and just to keep it a beat, and he wants to have a smash from distance. Just play it slow. A couple of minutes, and we just escaped. Smelts and Krishna, lack of communication there. Doyle's been beaten in there. Right, hang the fuck onto it. I'm actually going to tell them to time waste. I don't often do this, but I'm so desperate for a win. I think. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Yeah, that's a mad panic right there. I don't even care about crosses, mate. That is quite simply just to ensure that we win this. Because, there's probably a couple of minutes if you include stoppage time. If they come at us, we are screwed. Smelts, knock it out wide. Don't hit it. Oh my lord. I can't really say it was his because that's deflected off the defender. But that's 2-0. I don't know if that was him trying to clear it or if he sort of tried to move his head and the ball's hit him. I don't know, but it's 2-0. We needed this. Doesn't feel that great when you're sort of beating the bottom of the table. But a win is a win. And when they come as scarcely as they do for us, fantastic tackle there from Mr. Papula, I believe. Just take your time with it now. They've gone on route one again. Smells is hitting it from distance again. He's not going to get lucky 2 times in a row. But it looks like we're going to have the 2-0 win even at home, which is fantastic. So it's a good start to the episode, isn't it? Good solid win. And look at the morale just jump. Right, so that puts us in 9th. Funnily enough, we probably still could sniff about the playoff series there as well. So I'm not going to mess around. I'm going to cut in about 3 seconds and we're going to jump straight to the next game. See you there. Right, I don't think there's anything to catch you up on. So we're going to jump straight into the game. I just want to make a note. Brandon Hamill's come in and played brilliantly. Couple of 8s in a row. He took man of the match in that last game. Oh, actually, I failed to mention Melbourne City sacked their manager after that last game. And then it also showed on the little graphic that we were next in the race to be sacked. So that's something worth noting, I guess. But to be honest, with 10 games left, I couldn't give a rat's ass if we got sacked or not. Obviously, I prefer to leave on my own terms, but if that's the way it goes down, that's the way it goes down. Still not entirely sure where I want to go next. Perhaps somewhere that I haven't been before. Thinking maybe a Belgium or Portugal, Scotland. So I'm in no mind as yet. All right, Barbarouses on the right to Bonavacia. Knocks it out to Hamill, the man of the hour. Into Krishna. Sets it up brilliant for Finkler. In off the bat. What an absolute possession. Bit of a basketball term, I think. I don't know if they call it that in football, but that was bloody beautiful. Brilliant ball from Hamill. Krishna takes his time, could have shot it. Finkler just comes along and spanks that. No one was doing anything about it. Brilliant goal. Wondering if maybe now they've had a bit of time with this second version of the tactic. So maybe it's more, sort of gone more in favour. Although we have now had 5 long shots. I know the tactic has hit early crosses, which sort of eliminates work ball into the box. But I don't know if I want 5 long shots. Barbarousa's done there right this time. Plays that one inside to Finkler. To Bonavacia. Just overrun that a little bit, I think. And now we've got to get back quickly because Brisbane are on the counter. Catabian won't beat Hamill. Sort of has a bit of a stare. Bit of a dodgy pass out, but Barbarousa's with a terrible touch there as well. Catabian's in here. Just defend your front post. Well done, great save. I swear Glenn Moss is one of the best keepers I've seen on this game. I should put together a highlight reel before I leave. Bonavacia says, get that out of here, man. I will get it out. So we're looking strong, but those long shots are a bit concerning. It's Finkler and McGlinchey. Finkler mostly. If I tell him to shoot less often, perhaps. But he does have 12 long shots and 11 finishing, so I don't really mind, It gets a little bit excessive there. Alright, you're playing well. We'll just tell him calmly. Keep it up. I'll just check my pro zone here. I'm going central today, but I'm not going to change. So we've got it on flanks. So we can go middle and then work ball into the box. No. No, 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 no. Because my wingers are primarily my source of everything. Not so much McGlinchey, but I've got a couple of guys in mind that could be brought in. Listen to me, I'm talking as I'm going to stay, but I'm not. But I might bring one in for them, We'll switch Krishna over there shortly. These long shots are starting to get ridiculous. Alright, we're going to work ball into the box. Because if we can get another goal, it'll set us up quite nicely. I'd bring Rogerson in, but right now, this is a game that I'd like to win. So we'll just give them a team talk and encourage them, see if we can calm some of those nerves there. See if we can get Krishna back into the game. Looks like he doesn't give a shit already. Right, Rogerson is going to come in. Probably for Barbarouses. I know he's had probably the better game, but it's just not doing it for me. He's hot and cold, Barbarouses. We'll go through a run of 3 or 4 pretty good games and he'll just do nothing for a few. Maybe you should look at his consistency. But this is silly. This is the 2 wingers. Just having a bit of fun. And Rogerson's he's only just come on. Right, concentrate. A bit late. Let's see if we can make the last sub and waste some time, but I think we're going to be in too late on that. Yeah, we are. This should be it. Hula with a corner. Keeper will claim it. There's only 10 seconds left, so is that back-to-back victories? I'm not going to get too excited just yet. Oh, yes. 2 in a row. That's more bloody like it. And that puts us up to 8th. You know, we're 3 points behind Sydney, who are in the final countdown. The showdown, whatever the hell they call it. I don't know. Alright, let's have a quick look at the job market. Because there is only about 7 games left. I think it's 6. Okay, so there are plenty of jobs available. This list is quite massive. Obviously, a lot of these are going to be out of our reach. This whole everything. Wurzburg might be within reach. Maybe like a Len, not a Len, sorry. It's looking at Slovenia there underneath. I think 2 stars is probably going to be the absolute max that we get. Oh, you'd also notice Brisbane Raw. Yeah, they just sacked their manager also. I think I'm going to dub myself the manager sacker. Yeah, there's plenty. I've just scrolled all the way down. There's jobs all over the place. That is the bonus of having so many leagues loaded. But a lot of those, is it a lot or is it just a few? Oh, it's a few. Yeah. Gotten rid of a few, but I'm tempted to keep them because I don't know where our reputation is going to be. Anyway, I'm piss-assing around again. So, yeah, like I said, 6 games. There's 6 games left. So Sydney FC and Brisbane Roar will be the final 2 games we play with the Phoenix, unless we make the final countdown. I've just named it, whatever. So I run in. We've got 7th, 2nd, 1st, 5th, and 6th, and 9th. Doesn't really matter when you've only got 10 teams. But you can see now we're within 3 points of the final countdown. So our final episode with the Wellington Phoenix, barring us making the final countdown, will be Sydney FC and Brisbane Roar. So I will see you for that one. If you've enjoyed, as always, please come back for the next one. Have yourselves a great day. Thanks. Bye.